Hi Virgo, welcome to your love reading for November 2016. My name is Sandy, and yeah, sorry it's late, but I have a tendency to get all these out late because I am a one-man show. I do personal readings, private readings, and then I have people, clients come in. So I try to get these out as soon as I can, so bear with me, please, okay? I'm also a Virgo, so you know my frustration when I can't get things out on time. Drives me crazy. But I know I'm doing my best too. So anyway, if you are interested in a private reading, all the information is below. Please know that it can take a couple weeks for your reading, depending on where I'm at. And they are video recorded, okay? And then I send the link to your email. So it's all based on your questions or your situation. You can email, let me know, and then I base that reading off that and your energy, of course. And you can always send in your birthday too, or anyone, somebody interested in, you want to know a little bit more about them in numerology, please include it. I'm fine with that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading. I'm feeling a couple different energies here. Now, if I remember correctly, last month was really about releasing an ex. For a lot of you, it was heavy energy you guys were hanging on to. And I'm going to kind of do this reading backwards because I want to put the things that still need worked on. I want to do that first, okay? Because I almost feel like your cards are giving me three different stories. So let's start with this one first. So if you remember, last month, it was calling for us to release our ex, for some of us to release our ex. And this energy is still around. I mean, it makes sense. I'm sure not every Virgo who needs to release an ex just released their ex last month, but the energy is still here. So, for some of you, this is holding you back. And if we look at this card, see how she has a letter in her hand? So, I felt this last month, and I still feel this. I feel that this is for Virgos who someone has broken up with you. And it's weighing heavily on your mind. But this person still has to go. Because right underneath that, we have the Five of Michaels. Five of Michaels talks about, well, number one, that this situation, this ex, doesn't serve you. The situation itself doesn't serve you. And Michael was asking you to, release the attachment. Release your attachment. Consider a more uplifting approach. So perhaps you've been stuck in your head thinking about this person. And you just can't find a way to let him go. Or her. Well, this is what I pulled for your overall energy. Soulmate. Beautiful. And strength. So this is the tarot. You have strength. So I feel the strength is really for those who are having a hard time releasing. I feel the universe wants to step in now and help you. Okay? Because you have the sun in your reading. I mean, that's beautiful. And it's right next to the Five of Michaels. It talks about releasing this energy. Releasing the outcome. So the sun talks about, you know, the great things are headed your way, that whatever plans you have are really going to succeed. Well, they're going to succeed really better than you expected. I feel for a lot of people, the sun is showing up because it's going to send some epiphanies your way. And these epiphanies is twofold. Number one, I feel that it's just going to lighten the load that you're feeling right now. It's going to help relieve some of that stress. You know, the sun can also bring in a very trustworthy relationship. It's pure happiness. And it sits next to that Five of Michaels, which is telling you to release this, you know, release this situation, release your attachment to it. And the sun's going to help you do that. And that tells me this is so important for you guys. Okay? So important. Now, if I go directly down from there, look at the two cards that showed up side by side. Pay attention to the red flags and deception. Now, I know this is talking about the ex. So with these red flags, and this can really be for everyone here, because I feel there's a couple different things happening. So this is, you know, it's just a good idea to always just pay attention to the situation that you're in. Pay attention to the present moment. Because if they're, you know, if someone is deceptive, the universe is telling you, they're going to send you flags, red flags. They're going to send you warnings. But you have to pay attention to it. Okay? Don't overanalyze. When Spirit talks about sending you red flags, these are warnings of, let's say, energies of people that you're going to meet, or people you have met. You know, so it would be sending you a warning of, you know, because I do have a card of overindulgence. So perhaps you meet someone and they have a problem with addiction. Well, that's not the kind of relationship that you're going to want to get in, because you're taking on baggage that, or it's a challenge that, you know, number one, the challenge isn't for you. The challenge is for that person going through it, to overcome it. And I can talk from experience, you know, if you're dealing with anyone with addictions, you know, we can't change them. They have to change themselves. It seemed like a long speech, so I don't know if any of you are dealing with that right now. However, let's not overanalyze this too much. So this is really talking about those who still have to release your ex. How do you know if you have to release someone? Well, look back. Were there red flags? Were there warnings from the universe? Were they deceptive? Now, normally in this card, I don't feel a lot of heavy energy, but I do in this reading. I feel like this person was very deceptive. I feel cheating. I feel not coming home. You're not committed, not someone who just doesn't call you for days. You know, you're always wondering and waiting. Get rid of that. You don't have to live like that. You know, get rid of that energy, because there's so much more coming. Now, I'm going to jump over here. So, for some of you, you have someone from your past coming back. That would be this life. Now, for those I just told you, you need to release your ex. This is not that ex coming back. This is someone coming back. I can tell by the cards around it that, well, I mean, you have the soulmate card too. So for some of you, this is your soulmate coming back. And I feel that a lot of you, I feel like a lot of you just went, I know it. I knew it. I knew he was my soulmate. I knew she was my soulmate. Well, if you just said that, then yeah, that is your soulmate coming back. This is also your first card, so this person may have already come back very recently. But I feel really good about this one. I feel really good about this. And because soulmate really is right beside it, you know, your overall energy. So for a lot of you who have been waiting and waiting, you know, you watch readings and everyone says your soulmate's coming, your soulmate's coming. You know, you have to understand we're reading for a lot of people. So for a lot of people, their soulmate was coming. This is for a bunch more that are getting their soulmate, which is beautiful. One of the ways you pull it, I get this card a lot. It's a card of attraction. And what this card means, it's not about attraction to someone else, but about feeling good about yourself. You know, just understanding when you have self-confidence, it makes you more attractive to other people. So be confident in yourself. You know, learn to love all of you. Your flaws. Learn, you know, love it all. Because in God's eyes, you were created perfect. And really, that's all that really matters. So, you know, anyone who doesn't see that, it's kind of their loss. Now, I just noticed, she was sniffing roses there. And the bottom of my deck, one of my decks, is the Nine of Roses. It talks about habits. Roses in that deck stand for fire sign, which would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And it's about action. So it's about someone who, well, right underneath that card is the Seven of Raphael. Now this card can mean there's a need for detoxification. And with the Nine of Roses showing up too, which also talks about habits. This could be for quite a few of you. Now, detoxification from anything. You'll know. I feel like in this card, you'll know. Once I said detoxification, you'll be like, that's for me. Or that's for the person I care about. It's also going to talk about your chakras, too. Like if you look at the buckets, and you see a chakra, you know, you see a bucket that's not illuminated. It's hard to see here. It means your chakras need cleansing. So I recommend that you guys download a video off of YouTube on just clearing your chakras. You know, doing it, it's so easy to do. You throw some headphones on and you just let the tones clear your chakras. You go about your day. And I would do this every couple weeks, at least, especially when you're feeling down. Get those chakras clear, okay? So, this talks about having to make a decision. You know, this decision that you have to make feels complicated. Feels complicated, but Spirit is telling you if you use your intuition. Now, I have a feeling this decision is directly related to this person coming back from your past. And you're going to have to make a decision. Excuse me. Do you want to get back into a relationship? have things changed? And I do feel like this was quite a while ago. This two of you are in a relationship. So I'm pretty confident in telling you, yeah, things have changed. You know, they grew up, you grew up. You know, be careful you don't get lulled into any daydreams with this card. You know, so just be clear, be in the present moment. And then once you make that decision, if you make that decision to go back with this person, then do it. That's what I'm feeling. Once you make the decision, release everything else and go forward. Okay? Go forward, and this card comes up all the time, heart-to-heart conversations. And I know why this card comes up all the time, because when you get into a new relationship, the universe wants you to take it slow. And when you have these heart-to-heart conversations, you really get to know each other on a soul level. Not just a human level, but on a soul level. And it really helps deepen the bond as you do that. So it's just, you know, I feel like it's the kind of conversation where this person comes back and maybe you go to a coffee shop, you get a cup of coffee, and you sit there for hours and hours just talking and talking. So this is a light energy. This is fun. But it's definitely going to deepen your bond. You have a lot to talk about. You haven't been together for quite a while. And this tells you, hey, go ahead and flirt. You know, Spirit, I feel like Spirit really wants to tell you that learn to stay in the present moment. Learn to enjoy what's in front of you. Don't think of where are we taking this. Just enjoy each other right now. Then we have the Knight of Ariel that sits below this person coming back from the past. Now, Ariel is an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So, could be one of us, another Virgo. You know, and I have to say, a Virgo with another Virgo can be tough. Yeah, we're both, well, I mean, you know, Virgos, we want perfection. As we get older, we learn to let go of that, but, you know, what I feel is when you get involved with another earth sign, it can be tough in the beginning. But there is no one who's going to understand you better. So I'm all for that match. Even though, you know, numerology, it's not the highest on the scale. But I feel like it's the people behind it. You know. I feel like if you're older, especially. Because you've learned a lot of life lessons. Now this talks about, you know, slow and steady wins the race. Which matches with this heart-to-heart conversation. So really take it slow, okay? Take it slow. It's your soulmate. You don't have to rush it. Make sure it's the right person. I think that's my main thing. Make sure it's the right person. If you're getting a bunch of red flags while you're having these conversations, then you know, perhaps, it's more than I can deal with. Now I have to tell you, Virgo, I feel this person is coming to you. That's another way you're going to be able to tell. This person's going to be contacting you. I just noticed this card. Soon I lay out the cards. I really don't look at the spread until I hit record. So I'm really finding everything out when you do. so to speak. But you have engagement. And I just said that this person will be contacting you. So we have a man sitting here with a letter in his hand. Now they're both reading it. But I feel this is where their connection started. This is how you got back together. It doesn't have to be a physical letter. Could be an email, a text, social, anything on social media. I wish it was a regular letter in the mail because, there's nothing better than a love letter that you can keep forever. And I think a lot of you Virgos out there will agree with me. So anyway, yeah, so they contact you. And like I said, it's going to be social media, something in, I hope it's a physical letter. I have to say, if you are a Virgo who is interested in another Virgo, send them a letter. It melts my heart, and I'm a Virgo, so I don't know. But anyway, so I feel like because of the conversation, taking it slow, enjoying the present moment, that this relationship ends up in a, well, it says engagement, but I feel beyond that. I feel almost such a spiritual connection here that even with marriage, your relationship, it's like you're a step above. So I know this person has come to you after they've done their own internal work. You guys are ready for this now. Some of you still have to release this X on this side. Remember that. Some of you still have a little bit of work to do. But then it comes in. You all have the sun. All of you. And right in the middle, you have the King Gabriel. So first off, Gabriel is a fire sign. That'd be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I definitely feel the fire in this card. So King Gabriel tells us to take time. Boy, we're getting a lot of take our time in here. It talks about taking risk. To me it feels like the leap of faith card. Like it's telling you, don't be afraid to take this leap with this person. Now, so for some of you, it could be a fire sign. Now, just so you know, this reading is for Virgo, Moon, Sun, and Rising. So, this King could also be, fire sign, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But this person is very generous, very concerned for others. This person is no longer living in their ego. They're beyond that. I feel like they have really learned life lessons. And I feel that's why they come to you with very little baggage, if any. Doesn't mean there won't be little nitpicking things, but I'm talking about baggage. Like, I don't feel this person's going to be attached to anyone. It's not going to be one of those things where they're married, but they're not happy, and they're just waiting for something to end. Don't waste your time with that. Because there's too much coming for you, Virgo. And you deserve the best. You don't deserve to be second best. You deserve the best. So don't allow people like this to stop you from your own glory, okay? Because it's beautiful. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a clarifier on this soulmate. Now this deck here, what I did is I just pulled the court cards out. And this is just so I can get a better understanding of who's coming in or who's going out. Okay, so we got Gem, King. It's Earth. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So for a lot of you, you have an Earth sign coming back. Sun, Moon, or Rising. And then let me do a clarification on this. The Chariot. Okay, so on your soulmate. And by the way, just because I haven't mentioned another scenario with this soulmate doesn't mean that the rest of you won't have a soulmate coming in, okay? I just want to make that really clear. It's just not, this soulmate is not just this person from the past, okay? But this soulmate, how you will know is by taking your time. And it will be through the conversation that I really feel that you're going to say to yourself, this is the one. This is the one I've been waiting for. And it'll be mutual, by the way. Okay, so you start with the Chariot. So I feel like you manifested this into your life. You know, if we look at him, I like how his little finger's up. It's like, come with me. Come to the future with me. He's holding the reins. He's controlling it. And I feel like you just manifested what you wanted into your life, which was the soulmate. Especially when it's with the High Priestess. This is definitely going within. This is, you know, the High Priestess holds the secrets of our destiny, though they're attainable to us through meditation and what have you. But anyway, so I feel like with this past, that, you know, the tower came down, it ended. I feel like it was a hard ending. It wasn't easy to get over. You know, I just heard for those releasing their ex, needing to release their ex. This definitely happened to you. That tower came down, and it came down hard. Almost unexpectedly. It brought an end. It brought an end to the situation. It's almost like the universe said, if you're not going to end it, we're going to end it for you. And so they did. Because you have so much more coming. You are the creator of your world. You are the magician. You can manifest anything you want. You have to remember though, you got to keep yourself in a positive mindset. Okay? So, anyway, I'm not going to go on and on and on, but so for a lot of you, it's going to be an earth sign. And then I'm just going to see, how much time do I have? Okay, real quick, I'm just going to do court card on this X. See if this can help anybody out a little bit. So it could be for some of you a fire sign that you need to let go of, okay? Sun, moon, or rising. And we have a king here. Doesn't have to be a man, but but I feel it. I feel for a lot of you it is. I feel like there's more women who have to let go of their exes. Okay, so Virgo, I hope this finds you in very high spirits. I hope this brings some clarity to November for you. Remember, you have the sun. You're the first sign to get this. So your path will be illuminated to you. Pay attention to red flags. And if there are no red flags, go forward. Okay? But take your time in it too. Alright, thank you so much, Virgo. Yeah, I mean, it looks great. Just those who need to release, release. You know, let this be the month that you say, that's it. You know, if I look at the bottom here real quick, 2 of coins. You know, juggling. Too much. So, let it go. And then keep yourself lighthearted so this energy can come in. Soulmate, baby. First one who got it. Good for you. Alright, I love you, Virgo. You know that. I will see you sometime through the month, and I hope it brings you clarity. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.